Are we actually back? I have no idea. Actually, I think I do have an idea what happened. It's so frustrating. I was like in the middle of my tangent, man. Now we got to do the whole thing over. I was in the middle of it. God. That sucks. Let's hope the stream works. And it worked. It hurts even more because it cut it off. The whole thing got cut off. So I don't even have like a recording of it. Wait, do I? There was no way that was just 3 minutes. Hold on. Yeah, it cut it off. Ah, that's so frustrating. Now I gotta wait and see if people even see that this thing is up. All right, let's see. All right. Yeah, I got cut off right in the middle. I gotta do the segment over. I have no recording of it at all. God dang it. Jeez. We missed the Sochan propaganda. I know. I didn't realize until someone said free clan and I was like, what happened? What happened? It's okay. I'm gonna do the whole tangent over. It's important. I don't care. I guess we'll do the sponsorship over again too. With Victor, what your mama jokes? That's funny. Want your mama jokes. All right, hold on. All right, let me bring everything back up. I'm sorry. I think it is my fault though. I put in the settings, drop if the bitrate drops or something, drop the upload speed, and I guess it just crashed the whole system. I'm assuming that's what happened. That never happened before. I mean, that happened before when I had my really bad computer, but not in this situation. Not with this computer I built. All right, let me bring everything back up. It's fine. It's fine. You know what? And the reason why it is fine because we, ladies and gentlemen, can bring up more stuff. So give me a second. Yeah, give me a second. Show you guys some. Let's let some more people come in. The equipment manager need to do better. I know. You mean me? Let's see. I'm gonna show you guys some. All right, you're gonna be blown away. I think it's good that I doing it over anyway. 3.3. I think it'll be better this way anyway. Not splits. What should we do? I do want to do scoring. I don't want to do splits. And there's tracking. We can do shots. No, not shots. What is it? Hey, you can look at this with me. I don't know if we're gonna have that many people back in here after that last stream dropped like that. Crap, what would it be under? Maybe it is this. Hold on. Per game totals. There we go. Yeah, okay. There we go. That is what I was looking for. Do they have attempts on here? The heck is this? This ain't what I just saw. Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna really quantify this thing, okay? Where is it? Okay. And then let me go to Instagram because that's what we had it on. Sup again, clan. What's up? What's up, Andrew? I'm sorry. We gotta do our tangent all over again. Also got to shout out my sponsor again, because that frustrated me. I wanted that to be in the segment. It's all right. We're going to make it even better this time. Let's see. Yeah, because I had a recording of it and it cut off like in the middle of the rant, which is frustrating. I gotta go through the Primo post again. Okay. Oh no. We gotta do it all over again. Wait. What do you mean, oh no? Dude, don't scare me like that. It's still up, right? Hold on. Yeah, we're good. Oh no, screw you guys. No, shut up. Yo, hey, who's in here that can, Sebastian, I trust you. Is it okay? I'm okay, right? I'm looking at this right now, and it looks like I'm streaming. Shut up. Screw you guys, dude. Look, I don't want to go on this whole tangent again if it's going to mess up, all right? Don't mess with me like this. Don't troll me. Wait, let me get this off. We back? Were we not back? People talking about trading back DeJounte. He don't even want to be here no more. Why would he? He said everyone held him back. Why would he want to come back after I think people take it as like, well, he was just talking to a fan when he said you're going to be losing for 15 years. He was talking to his former teammates. How do you think they feel about that? You think they're cool with that? That he just put that out there? The way that system's set up, you're going to be losing for 15 years. What was the system when DeJounte Murray left? The system when DeJounte Murray left was give it to Keldon Johnson. I wonder how Keldon feels about that. Obviously, he wouldn't say anything public. I just know, me personally, I wouldn't be okay with it. That's all I'm saying. All right, yeah, I'm back. Okay. All right. Okay, guys, listen. Are you listening? I need everyone to pay attention, okay? We attempted to do this on the other live stream, but that crashed, so I got to do it all over again. It's very frustrating, but we got to do it all over again. I'm talking about Jeremy Sochan, and I'm going to do some Jeremy Sochan propaganda because I want to bring something up that I feel like no one talks about, and people just completely look over. And I understand. We got Victor Wembanyama now, right? You're going to ignore the toy that you used to play with. Kind of pause on that a little bit. But with Jeremy Sochan, it's not. I don't understand how he doesn't still get the praise, especially when people say, well, he's the same player he was last year, and everyone loved him last year. So I'm gonna do some Sochan propaganda. Okay, not all propaganda is bad propaganda. This is good propaganda. But before we get into that, really quick, we have a word from our sponsor.
BetUS, America's favorite sports book, where you can bet on everything, anytime. Sportsbook, casino, horse racing, live betting, and more. We have the best bonuses in the industry. That's right, get a 125% sign-up bonus. And to celebrate our 30-year anniversary, we are giving up to 30 risk-free bets, a truck, Super Bowl tickets, and more. Don't miss out. Play smart. Join now. BetUS, where the game begins.
Okay, so big shout out to BetUS for not only sponsoring this video and sponsoring this live stream, but sponsoring the channel as a whole for the entire season. It means the world to me. It should mean the world to you guys. So check it out. So I just want to talk a little bit about BetUS. They are a sports book. They do different player props. You can combine props. You can say, hey, this player's have this many points plus the win. This player have under this many points plus a loss. I don't know, whatever you want to put. You have so many different combinations. But most importantly, if you guys go to the link in my description, you will receive 125% bonus. What does that mean? You put in $100, you're going to get $125 to play with. So one thing I absolutely love doing, so on the other live stream when we were cut off, we did NBA championship winner. Let's do Western Conference winner, just out of curiosity. Let's see what the odds are for our San Antonio Spurs. We are last, ladies and gentlemen. But if for some reason, some strange reason, you want to put a risk on that, $10, that's $5,000. That is five. If the Spurs win the Western Conference, if they win the Western Conference, if they're a winner in the Western Conference, ladies and gentlemen, $10, we get you $5,000. Don't do that. That would be a bad idea. I would probably go with, let's see, someone with a little bit of risk, but also doable. I don't know if I'll go with Lakers. Maybe Clippers. Clippers odds are pretty decent. Out of curiosity, let's see here. Let's do 10. 10 give you 45. That's not bad. Well, obviously it would. It's plus 450. I'm dumb. Anyways, if you guys want to support the channel, support me. You support the sponsors, you're supporting me. So please go check it out at the very least. And remember to always bet responsibly. All right, Jeremy Sochan propaganda. You guys ready? Okay, so I said this in last stream. I'll say it again. So this was a post that I did. Okay, not mean to pat myself on my back here, but this was back March 23rd, 2022. And I promise that this is segueing into something. So these were my top 5. I had Jeremy Sochan at 1, Tari Eason at 2, Benedict Mathurin at 3, Dyson Daniels at 4, and Jang at 5. And the reason why I chose Jang at 5 is because I felt like he was obviously a project player. But if, big chunk of these guys are already gone, then maybe you go with Jang just to, try it out. But thus far, I feel like I've been pretty good with my picks here. Dyson Daniels, he's a very versatile player. I feel like he hasn't necessarily been utilized as well as he could with New Orleans. Mathurin is exactly who we thought he was. Tari Eason, I think he's still got to come into his own a little bit. But Sochan by far has made the biggest leap between him and Tari, at least. So, and he's 2 years younger. But right here, this is what I had to say about Sochan, and I still believe this, right? So Sochan is by far my favorite. While he really needs to improve his shooting, I absolutely love his strength, basketball IQ, and defensive prowess. He brings a ton of energy and is always first one on the floor with 50-50 balls. If he improves his shooting, he would be an undeniable steal. If he improves his shooting, ladies and gentlemen, this is why I get upset, because guys like Sochan and guys like Wemby, okay, I'm not saying talent-wise, but their mentality, this isn't easy to come by. You don't just, these types of players don't just grow on trees. And what do I mean by that? I mean, Sochan worked tirelessly, because if you look here and look at his percentages, his three-point percentages, he was averaging 24%. His percentage was 24.6% from 3. And he bumped it all the way to 37. I don't think people understand how absolutely insane that is to bump it that degree that quickly. That's actually insane. That was the biggest flaw in his game, was his shooting. And if everything can come together, he can be an absolute monster. Now, I will admit and say that finishing around the rim has been pretty bad, but he's proven even in college and in his first year in the NBA, he can finish around the basket, okay? He's capable of doing it. He was just struggling quite a bit. Maybe mostly because he had to change his position for a little while and work on that and become a better player in that regard. But anyways, that's besides the point. But his assists have gone up, but the three-point percentage, that's what I want to key in on, because good enough is never good enough with a player like this. And I don't necessarily think that people need to just see this and say, oh, that's not that big a deal. It is a big deal, because he's always adding to his game. He can easily, and this is why I say him and Wemby got the same mindset, okay? Not the same talent, but the same mindset. Because Wemby, for instance, he could easily just lean on his athleticism, his length, and he will have a fulfilling career in the NBA. He'll always have a job in the NBA. have a good, 12, 15 years in the NBA, make his money and get out. But he doesn't think like that. He's like, yeah, I'm good at these things, I'm good at this thing, but I want to be good at this too, and I want to add this to my game, and he's a sponge. And this is the same way Sochan is, because this type of hard work is not easy to come by. This is not a player that just said passively, well, yeah, I'm pretty good on defense and everything, and I could just be a hustle player, and that's what I'm going to be in my career. No. This is thousands upon thousands upon thousands upon thousands upon thousands of three-point shooting for him to get it to this degree. This is ridiculous. This is not normal. And it's not just, oh, he's had a good span. He's been consistently at this 37%. I think when it's all said and done in his career, he'll come back down to earth a little bit, probably be around 35, 34, 33 maybe, and that's good enough. But coming into the league before the Spurs even made a pick, I was saying that I think that Jeremy Sochan definitely needs to work on that part of his game. And that was the only thing that I was worried about. But the one thing that I was never worried about is his work ethic and his mentality. Because even in college, while his three-point shooting was terrible, there's a difference between a guy like Ben Simmons and a guy like Jeremy Sochan. Ben Simmons, immense talent. All right. Crazy great talent. At one point, I thought, hey, maybe he can come to the Spurs and we can, work on some things and everything, because he was just that talented. But with Jeremy Sochan, the big difference between those two, when people were trying to draw those comparisons, which I think is closer to comparison to Draymond Green and Sochan than Ben Simmons and Sochan. But when people were trying to make that comparison, Sochan actually takes the shots. In college, he would take shots. He was just missing them. So it showed that he does have confidence in his shot, and he's not scared to make mistakes. So just to quantify a little bit, so I know it's the percentages, you see that, but let's break this down a little bit more, okay? This is the difference between last year and this year. And when I say last year, I mean 56 games played, 53 starting games in which he started. You want to know how many threes he made? 33. For the entire season, he made 33 threes. He took 134 and made 33. Thus far in this season, which it might be a little different now because some other games went by, but thus far in this season, we're talking 37 games. He's made 35. He's already at, we're in January. He's already passed how many threes he made last season with 94 attempts. This isn't normal. This is a guy that's not complacent with where he is as a player. Good enough is never good enough. And he's this way. Wemby's this way. I even think Devin Vassell is that way. But these players, this is a really good foundation that the Spurs have. Does Sochan have flaws? Yes, he has flaws. But you know what? He's a sophomore, and what he's averaging is actually very impressive for his size and for all the different changes and different things that Popovich has thrown at him thus far. This dude is going to be serious. It's going to be very serious. And it's so funny because this is kind of a rando, right? This is a rando that brought this up, but he was like, well, Clan, I mean, I hear what you're saying, right? But like, I mean, you must not know basketball, man. I could beat you in basketball, and I think that Sochan's not going to be good. Basically saying that he's better basketball knowledge than I am because he believes that he could beat me in basketball. He probably couldn't, but I didn't really engage in that middle school argument. But with that, if anybody has that type of mentality where I played in college or I played in high school or whatever type of mentality you have, listen to Pat Bev then. I don't know. Pat Bev would beat you in basketball. And Pat Bev said that he reminds him of Kawhi Leonard as far as a guy that you don't expect to be a star, but he could potentially be one. I won't go that far to say like he'll be a superstar because Kawhi is a superstar. But I do think that people underrate him quite a bit. And if his floor end up being Draymond Green, that's good enough. But these type of connector roles at that power forward position is not easy to come by. It's not. Sochan is also shooting a little quicker behind the line. Yeah, dude, free throw percentage. Look at his free throw percentage. 60 or 70 up to 77%. This is not normal. This is a guy that was relentless. You remember when they said that Kawhi was a gym rat? Sochan is a gym rat. I think it's overlooked because of his personality. It's overlooked because of the hair, and I think it's overlooked because of who he is and his character. But like, I mean, I think he has good character, at least from what we've seen thus far. But it's always overlooked because people say, oh, he's just a clown. Oh, he just trolls people all the time. Oh, all he is twisting nipples and talking trash. And it's like, no, he's a skilled player. He's a skilled player. Jeremy free throws look good. They look way better than they did at the beginning of last season. Let's see. Actually, free throws made. Yeah, this percentage is insane. Yeah, actually kind of insane. I'm trying to see if there's anything else that stand out. This stands out. Last season, for 56 games, 53 games started, he had 142 assists. This season, in just 37 games, 20 games less, he's up to 146. So he's already surpassed that. He's on pace to have the same steals numbers, on pace to have the same block numbers. But yeah. Oh, crap. They even got his Baylor stuff here. Yeah, look. See, in Baylor, he shot 29% or 29.6%, and that's what I was worried about. And I was even more worried. Look at this. So this is another thing to look at. Free throw percentage in Baylor, 58.9%, jumped all the way to 69.8% in the NBA. This is not normal. And this is what I was worried, because every time people say, is he going to be a good shooter, they always look at free throw percentage. The only thing that gave me hope is because he could shoot around the basket. Like, he had really good touch around the basket with his floaters and everything. And that's also a good indication that you could end up being a good shooter. So not just looking at 3-point percentage. But it did worry me a little bit. Oh, I didn't know that. It's ridiculous progress, dude. This is not a normal, like, oh, a few percent better, no, this is a huge leap. Do you know, like, the difference between a 58% or 59% 3-point shooter and a 76, 77%? That's crazy, dude. Crazy. So I think that he should get way more credit for who he is, what he's doing, and the type of player he is. I hate how much hate this dude gets after a loss. I hate it. It's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. So plenty of Jeremy Sochan propaganda coming. I'm not going to stop as long as, like, people don't stop hating on him. So, and I expect this from other people. Like, I expect this from Lakers fans to hate him, right? Like, he talked about LeBron. I expect that. I expect people that don't actually watch him to take certain plays and post them ad nauseum, and people share it and say, ha ha ha, look how trash Sochan is. I expect him to do that, right? He gotta have it coming to him, right? I'll admit that he has it coming to him, but I don't think that should be in our space. This space should not be that. The Spurs space should not be that at all, ever. Reserve that for certain players that deserve it. I truly do believe Kawhi Leonard, he deserved it. I don't care about people talking trash about him. Even at the time, talk trash. That was deserved. That was well deserved. How terrible that was, the way he left. It was deserved. DeJounte Murray, I thought it was deserved while he was with us, but hey, people kind of back off and they didn't. They kind of closed their ears, closed their eyes, and didn't notice a lot of the passive aggressiveness. But after he left, he showed his butt, and I think it was warranted. But this Sochan, because he had some bad games here or there, some bad plays here or there as a sophomore, not deserved. I draw the line there. Not deserved. But yeah, those are my thoughts on it. Appreciate the in-depth analysis, Clan. Thank you, Stefan. Thank you. I wouldn't say it's that in-depth, but yeah, it was an analysis nonetheless. Okay. So I guess this stream is okay. I guess I just messed up because I freaking I just messed up. I'm sorry. Sorry for messing up. Oh, let's see. We're probably like 10. I don't know. If you hate on Sochan, you weren't watching the game. Yeah, you know what? I used to think that. I used to think like people just don't watch the games. I just think they just don't have like a good analysis of the game. I think people, like, don't get me wrong, I get emotional during games too, but people don't fact check their emotions, you know? I think they get really emotional during a game, and then once the game is over with, they just instantly think that all their emotions they felt during the game was accurate. And it's not. It's not accurate. Like, for instance, I'm not trying to call this person out because he was really cool about it, but he was like, Clan, I don't know, I think that there's a rift between like Keldon Johnson and Trey Jones. I didn't like what he did after Trey Jones missed that shot. I think he was talking about the Bucks game, and I was like, what did Keldon Johnson do after Trey Jones missed a shot? He was like, no, he was like super angry, and then he went back and he found the clip and he came back. He was like, oh wait, no, never mind. Keldon Johnson was mad at the refs at that play. See, it's like in the midst of it, we're like super invested, right? We're like super invested. But then when you go back and you watch it and you fact check your emotions, it's like, oh, wait, I was wrong there. And the same thing with Sochan. Because his game isn't flashy, because it doesn't stand out, every time he makes a miss, every time he makes a mistake, you really notice. It's glaring. It's glaring. And then you look at the game, look at the stats after the fact, and it's like, oh, he did pretty good. You look at the advanced metrics and it's like, oh my goodness. You look at his defensive matchup and how long he was actually on them, and you're like, oh my god, he locked them down. Like, yeah, he did. You weren't paying attention because you were so emotional during the game, which, like I said, I get emotional, but I try my best to like pay attention to everything. But we're watching the same games. These people just, I don't know. And it's frustrating for me too, because like I see a lot of comments and it's stuff that I would have said back in middle school, you know, like this is stuff that I would have complained about, or just like narrativizing. Like, I think this is going on. I think this player hates this player. Is this player jealous of this player? I would have said that back in middle school, but it's like, dude, we're older now, or a lot of these people are older. You shouldn't make that assumption. What are you making that assumption for? Well, where do you get that? Where are you getting that from? So true. Dude, it is true. I used to do that all the time. I used to do that all the freaking time. I used to just nonstop say, well, this is probably happening because of this. I think this player was thinking this when this happened. Oh, he didn't prepare for this game. Like, you have no idea. You're not in the law. You have no idea. Keldon also the voice leader. He is. And in that play, Keldon was yelling at a ref because they called a foul on Keldon. So that's what I'm saying. Like, we get emotional and we're like, oh, but this player's doing this. And it's like, no, go and watch the game again. We're immature, clan. No. Parasocialists. Who has a parasocial relationship? Oh, with the players, you mean? Can we talk about how Champagny sucks? No, we will not talk about how Champagny sucks. Okay? Champagny, he isn't a starter. He's an end of the bench type player. And I guarantee you, if this team was a little bit better, we would love Champagny. It's just that he's not a starter. But he's in the starting lineup because I think he's a threat as far as three-point shooting, and his defense is maybe better than anybody on the bench right now. That name isn't isn't Blake Wesley. Best fit point guard, Trey Young. I don't know. Like, we're good. The fun thing about this season, and at the end of the season, we're good regardless. Like, it doesn't really matter. Blake looks good, man. Yeah, defensively he looks great. All right, let's we're not gonna end there. Let's take a look at Pop has something to say. Heck yeah. Let's go. Let's go, Pop. Let's go. Let's see. Doug McDermott. Oh, do we want to hear what Doug McDermott has to say? I don't know. I don't want to be disrespectful. Give me a second. Let me see. Let me see how many segments we did tonight. I was gonna try to hit 5. Give me a second.
Okay, so shout out.
That's me. Let's see. Okay. Hold on. Defensive player of the year. Wait, do I have 2 videos saying the same thing? Oh, okay. He's got an ankle injury. Oh, is he out? Let me get some water. Hold on. Hey, oh, let's do it. I just ain't remixed my new. Hold on. ASMR. I think. Wait. I need more water in there. Is that the top? I told you long ago. My ears are pleased. Yo, you guys heard that new Lil Nas X? I'm not gonna lie. His new song, it's a banger. I like when artists actually like put effort into what they do. Nope. You should listen to it. It's dope. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's listen to what Pop has to say. All right. Let's see what Greg Papa have to say. I think the other one we listened to was before the game. I think it was. Yeah, the other one we listened to was before the game. You guys can't hear. Silly goose.
Just when the team was sharing the ball early, getting off to kind of slow start, but then able to
We kept a good pace. You know, at the start of the game, you know, neither team could really make a shot. And then we got it together as far as, you know, getting some buckets to go down. And I just thought that we were pretty solid at both ends of the floor tonight and had good performances by a good number of people. We had over 30 assists again, and that's always a great sign that you're moving well and finding open people. So
I want to repeat this, okay? While Trey Jones, he helps, okay? I think he's just a part of a bigger puzzle. Keep in mind that the game that we won prior to this last few, the game we won prior to the last few, he didn't play at all. And the Spurs also looked good. It's like it was segments throughout the season where they looked like they had things together. Now, undoubtedly, they're better when Trey Jones is playing with the team, undoubtedly. But I think it's a smaller piece to the overall puzzle. Every single player is playing well together. They're starting to understand Wemby. Wemby is starting to find ways to highlight their strengths, and that's what great players do, which is crazy that he's learning that this young. But overall, I just think that that's what is kind of going on right now. I think everyone's clicking. It's not just the fact that Trey Jones is in the starting lineup. Also, everything needs context. I know that a lot of people were upset with Pop because he said, or a lot of people were like, why wasn't Trey Jones there? If he was starting at the beginning of the season, I don't think you would have won more games. I'm just going to be real with you. How the team as a whole was playing, I don't think that would have been the case. However, I also understand why this was a thing, why we weren't. And I said this in other videos as well, in other live stream, but Popovich is the type, and this is a great quality to have as a coach, and not many coaches have this around the NBA, let's be real. Well, he will put you in uncomfortable situations so you can grow as a player. He wants to highlight the things you don't do well so you can become a better player. He did the same thing with Tony Parker. Tony Parker wasn't, like, a lot of people bring up, like, oh, Tony Parker, the ultimate passer. Tony Parker was not a passer when he got, like, Tony Parker was a scorer. He was score first. He became a better passer because Popovich put him in those situations. Same thing with Manu, putting him at the as a sixth man, running the second unit. Same thing with, I mean, every single player you can really think about. Danny Green, he was constantly getting on Danny Green, wanting him to do or be better than what he was. So he's always putting you in very uncomfortable situations. And that was the same thing with Jeremy Sochan starting at point guard. And now what we see is Jeremy Sochan doesn't put his back to the basket right when he goes past half court or right when he's at the 3-point line. His head is up. He's looking. He's seeing more on the court. Even that game in which, terrible turnover, by the way, mind you, it was the right play. In that type of play, Sochan, I don't know if he made it last year. I don't know. So yeah, really good stuff. Really good stuff from everybody, I think.
They look like they're beginning to.
Yeah, Victor went off when he was like 13. Didn't he go on a 13? He went like on 13-3 run by himself, dude. God, we're so lucky.
Understand how to play with each other, you know. So
pause.
We'll have a tough challenge tomorrow night. So we'll see how we can do.
I think you guys have won 4 straight third quarters now, which is a turnaround from where it was. Is there anything you're seeing there that's a common thread between those?
No, I think it's maybe a matter of focus where they understand those first 5 minutes of that third quarter is really important, and to lean into the game defensively rather than offensively. Just think about stops, think about boards. You know, offense is natural. Everybody loves offense, and that's what they all did since they were little kids. But it's a different mindset.
This is the type of coach you want, okay? This is when the old school and the new school clash, all right? Because in the modern NBA, it's all about highlights, right? It's all about what's going to be on ESPN, Sports Center, all that great stuff. So yeah, people are going to remember the Wemby cutting between 2 defenders, one of which is Giannis, bouncing it off of the backboard and dunking it. We'll always remember that. We're going to remember the behind-the-back dunk. You go back, we remember Manu Ginobili's dunk on block. We remember a lot of offense. We do remember some great defensive plays too, but not as many, not nearly as many. So yeah, like that's completely right. Like these kids nowadays, they grow up and that's how you grow up. Like it's all offense, you know, it's score. So it's good for him to come in and ground you a little bit. You know, this is what championship teams do. Thank you.
To think about starting a quarter defensively, and the third quarter is a special spot for that, and maybe they're doing that better.
Victor still a no-go for back-to-back?
Yes.
Speaking of defense, do you like what you're seeing from Jeremy on that end of the floor?
Yeah, you know, he enjoys that part of it. His length, you know, really helps him. He's learned how to beat people to spots, how to use his physicality and his length and that sort of thing. So he's playing smarter defense than in the beginning of the year.
It's about Sochan.
Doug, I don't know. You're probably going to wonder about him. I'm not sure whether he'll be available or not.
Do you have a date yet on when Victor gets reevaluated?
I don't have a date. I think it might be within the next week and a half or so.
You have a back-to-back coming up on this road trip. That's probably still not one where you play both of them.
Correct.
Okay.
I think you put him in for 36 seconds to start the fourth quarter. Was that just to get him up to his limit, or?
Yeah, we decided if we were going to play him a few more minutes, we might as well do it then and get it done. and then he can, sit.
Well, I guess that's the end of it. Let's see. Make sure it's the end.
Okay. Have a good.
Thanks for subscribing, Susan. I'm surprised he kept Wemby in there in the fourth a little. So talking about the guy, who did we just play? The Hornets. Yeah, I'm sure he just didn't want to get Wemby a little. Wemby needs some reps. Okay, he needs some reps. Whether we're blowing out a team or not, he needs some reps. He needs to play a little bit. But yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Great stuff. I'm happy with everything. I'm happy with the win. I'm happy with how our guys responded. I'm happy with everything. Okay, I'm content. But yeah. So, anyways, I haven't plugged myself in a while. If you guys want to support the channel, clanthemerchfan.com, link in the description, or become a Patreon YouTube member, only $2 per month. I'm still catching up on orders. There's one order in particular where somebody ordered the same thing twice, and I think that was on purpose. So I'm gonna get yours ready, packaged, send it out, and then I'll work on the second one that you sent next week because I won't be here, so I'll be gone. But I will get that one up and ready for you. Actually, when I'm posting this, I don't even know when I'm posting this video. But yeah, you're gonna get a notification, okay? But if you guys want to support, link in the description. A lot of great stuff there. But yeah, good stuff, great stuff. Guys, I think that's all I got. I gotta start getting ready because I gotta drive tomorrow. Looks like we got a winter front coming, so yeah, I got a few things I need to do. So yeah, so I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna pack my stuff and get ready to go. But I appreciate all the love from you guys. Thanks to everybody that came back after the other stream went down. I hate that happened. We had like 200 and some people in there. I don't think they even knew about this one, but I guess that's a good thing we upload segments, right? So there's that. Thank you. Thanks for the stream. I'll donate if we win 5 in a row. I don't know if that's gonna be possible, my boy. You don't have to donate anything, but let me see. I'm actually curious now. One, two, three, four. There's a reason you said 5 in a row, because you got the Celtics on that 5th. That's gonna be tough. I do think we can win these. Dude, I really want to beat the Hawks. Oh my God, I want to beat the Hawks. Oh, that's gonna be fun too. I'll just watch that. Hold on. Please tell me you're on TV. You're on TV! Yes! It's on TNT. Heck yeah, dude. That's gonna be dope. Yes. That's gonna be awesome. I figured, I mean, it's 2:30 Martin Luther King. Yeah. Any of these other ones on live TV? No, this one isn't. Oh, dude, that's gonna be so much fun. We're on TNT against DJ. Oh my God. Don't trade him yet. TNT. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, I'll give it to you guys later. Thanks for the love.